Hi everyone, welcome back to Robotics Automate Academy. Today you're going to learn the logic of swapping values of two different variables, and this video is going to cover everything that you have learned so far. So for example, operators, variables, data types, etc. And if you don't know any of it, then you can find all the links in the description box, so please do check it out. And so basically, a logic is a fundamental construct that's applied to computer science in a variety of comprehensive ways. Programming logic involves logical operations on hard data that works according to logical principles and quantifiable results. So in this video, I'm going to teach you three logic to swap values of two different variables. In the first program, we are swapping the numbers using temporary variable, and in the second program, we are swapping without using temporary variable, and lastly, in the third program, we will swap the values using only one line of code. Basically, the meaning is given any two different variables, write a program, I mean Python program or code to swap the variables values. So guys, and in the next video we will be learning inputs, and if you don't want to miss that video, then subscribe to my channel and don't forget to turn the bell icon so you don't miss the continuity of the course and you can stay updated. And also follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter and Facebook. Details are at the end of the video. And guys, let's get started. The most naive approach is to store the value of one variable, let's say x, in a temporary variable, then assigning the variable x with the value of variable y. Finally, assign the variable y with the value of the temporary variable. So, as you see here, I have created two different variables, x equal 5 and y equal 10. Then also I have printed this, the value of x before swapping is, and then value of y before swapping. And then after we do the logic, but first we're going to write the logic. So I'm going to create a variable named temp, and it's going to hold the variable x or the value 5. Also I'm going to write comments so you can know every time we do something or make a change, you can know the value of the three variables. So for now, value of x and y is same, and then we are going to add the variable temp equal 5, because I just like defined it, and then x equal y. So after doing that, the value of x is 10 and the value of y and temp is still says 10 because we haven't done anything. So now if you're thinking that we can just say y equal x, then that means you are wrong. So see, I'm going to print the value x and y. And now you will see that why this is a error or wrong. See, we get 10 10. Before swapping is y 5 and 10, but after doing it, it's like 10 10. That means something is wrong. Hence this thing you have to say, because see, x is 10 after doing this x equal y, but now temp has the value 5, so you can say y equals temp, and the value now is x equals 10, then y equals 5, and then temp is still 5. And now we are going to print it. So now I will run it. Now you see that we get the value of x before swapping is 5, the value of y before swapping is 10, but the value of x after swapping is 10 and the value of y after swapping is 5. So as you see, the method 1 works. Basically, in the first method, we use the temp variable to hold the value of x temporarily. We then put the value of y in x and later temp in y. In this way, the values get exchanged. For method 2, we can use arithmetic operation to do the same. It might not look intuitive at first sight, but if you think about it, it is pretty easy to figure it out. Also, the method 2 is like mostly on mathematics. The idea is to get sum in one of the two given numbers. The numbers can be swapped using the sum and subtraction from the sum. So now I will show you. as you see, I created two variables, a equal 5 and b equal 10. So first what I can do is a equal a plus b. So this would just give like the total sum of a and b into variable a. So now a equals 15 and b is still 10. And now we are going to swap the variable, but first we're going to do it for the variable b. We can say b equal a minus b. So if you think mathematically, for the first one it says 10, if a equal 5 plus 10, then second one b equals a. Now since a is 15, so 15 minus 10, so a is 15 and b is now 5. Now for the variable a, just do the same thing, a equals a minus b, because now a equal 15 minus 5, because see b is 5. And if you don't know Python, we just go from the very first line to the very last line from left to right. So when it does this, the Python stores the variable, the value of b is stored as 5. So that's why here the equation is a equal 15 minus 5. So now finally the value of a is 10 and the value of b is 5. So now we are going to print it. The value of a after swapping is a, then print the value of b after swapping is b. And now let's run it and see, we get the result. So as we see, we now get the expected result. The value of a after swapping is 10 and the value of b after swapping is 5 now. So as we see that method 2 also works like method 1. So let's say it's just like a little bit hard. You can substitute the variables as numbers. So as you see here, for the first equation, a equals 5 plus 10. Then b equals, for the second equation, b equals 15 minus 10, and then lastly a equals 15 minus 10. So see here, a equals 15, then b equals 5 and a equals 10. In Python, there is a simple construct to swap variables. The following code does the same as previous two methods, but with only one line of code and without any third variable. Using the comma operator, the value of variables can be swapped. So I will show you. P comma r equals r comma p. Now we are going to simply print it. See, the value of p after swapping is p, then print the value of r after swapping is r. Let's try and run it and see, we get the expected result. The value of p after swapping is 10 and the value of r after swapping is 5. So now you'll be thinking, why did we do long math in the two methods? So you can know that when you run this, what happens behind the scenes. So friends, this agenda was finished. See, you have learned three different logics to swap values of two different variables. And next video is going to be about inputs, just to give you a glimpse into the future. And if you don't want to miss that video, then please be sure to subscribe and don't forget to turn on the bell icon so you can stay updated and don't miss that video. And guys, I will see you in my next video. Until then, bye bye, have an amazing day.